Hey guys, hello again. I wanted to keep up on these videos, so I am going to show you something that I get asked about all the time. It is, how the heck do you do a smoky eye? It is something that it does take practice, but I'm going to try and make it as easy as I can. So the theme of this, it's going to be a two-part. I'm going to do a 5-minute smoky eye, 5-minute or less, and then I am going to show you a little bit of how to contour. So all that I have on my face right now, I've got my IT Cosmetics primer, I've got my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and then I also have my IT Cosmetics CC Cream Your Skin But Better. That's what I showed you in the last video. So I am going to show you how I do just an everyday smoky eye, nothing crazy, nothing that you couldn't wear to work, but just to give you a little bit of depth and dimension, because it can be intimidating, but if you've got the right tools, it will be smooth sailing from there. So I am going to start off with showing you what you need to do to make sure that your makeup stays on. I have tried so hard to find a good primer for my eyes, and they all pretty much are about the same. I've tested probably 50 or more, and I would say that they are about the same. So this is something that if you are on a budget, which every single one of us is, then you can spend a little bit less on the primer, just as long as it is okay for sensitive eyes, because I know some people wear contacts, they've got sensitive eyes. You want to make sure that's not going to break you out. So the one that I use, it is the Ulta Eye Primer. I've got this in the shimmer shade, and I've got it in the matte shade. I'm going to be using the matte shade today. Cool thing about the Ulta one, it's oil-free, fragrance-free, paraben-free. So again, parabens are what soaks in your skin, what is bad for your skin. And oil-free is definitely important, because if you already are prone to oily skin, you put makeup on and you put something that has oil in it on top of that, then it's probably not going to last as long. So here is how you put the primer on your eyes to start out with. This is the first thing that you do. One thing that I recommend doing also is you can put your foundation on, all that, get that stuff started, but to finish off your face, I would wait until after you do your eye makeup, because sometimes there's some fallout, especially if you're not using shimmery shades. There will be some fallout, and then that's a huge pain in the butt if you've already got your face all done up with your contouring, your blush, all of that, and then you have to do it all over again because of the fallout. So I put a little bit on one finger, rub it together just to warm it up a little bit, and then put it on your eyelid. I put it all the way up to my brow bone. You can see it does have a little bit of a color to it. Nothing crazy. It is skin tone. There are some primers out there that you can get that are shadow primers, and those are pretty cool too. If you are in a hurry, those are good, because you can just slap them on your eyes and you are out the door. Okay, so primer is done. My favorite, I know you have seen me talk about it, show it to you. My favorite palette for eye makeup for any day, for day, night, weddings, parties, anything that I can think of, it is the Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay. I know that it is a little bit pricey. It's $54 if you get it at Ulta, but it is going to last you forever. It's going to last you quite a while, and there are so many different shades in there. So as you can see, there's a ton. So what I'm going to start out with, I'm going to show you the brushes that I'm going to be using today just to achieve this look. First brush I'm going to be using on my brow bone, this is a Bare Minerals tapered crease brush. So this is important. You can see the rounded end on this. It does help to get in that crack and crevice between your eyelid and your brow bone. So that's really cool. The second brush I'm going to be using is the double-sided brush that came in the in the Naked palette. It is a flat blending and a very thin shadow brush. Then I may or may not use this depending on how it turns out, but this is just an overall, it's a blending brush, so it's a loose blend. It can make it have that seamless look, because that's the one thing that you don't want to do with a smoky eye, is to have it really dark, then really light, and there to be no depth to that at all. So what I'm going to start out with on the Naked palette, I am going to use the color that is called Tease. It is 5 over from the left-hand side. So what you do, you just take a little bit here and you start just brushing it on in smooth brush strokes on your eyelid, right on the brow bones. You can see it is right in the spot between my eyelid and my brow bone. So this is sometimes what I do to make sure that the look is, you know, that it goes in a blended way. I will pull my eyelid out just a bit just to make sure that it is all blended in. And something that you can see that I do too, I don't just go along the skin. Sometimes I will brush up. That does help with blending. That helps you get more tone. And so there you go. With the Urban Decay Naked palettes, they are very pigmented shadows, so you really don't need to put a lot on there. You notice that I haven't put any more on my brush, and it is still going on there. This side just needs a tiny bit more. So then after that, this is my favorite smoky eye. It's got kind of a gold tone. It's good for summers. This is a matte brown shade, the Tease is on there. So that's the crease and the brow bone. The next part that I am going to be putting on is the smoky part of it. This is the second step. It's called Blackout. It is the very last shade on there. And you just take it, you do just a couple, it's a very pigmented black, so you just do a couple little dabs on there. And one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to rub too much. I just blot this on. So you can see it is very, very pigmented. Kind of go, I guess, in a circular motion when you're putting that on there. And again, it looks really scary right now. And I always tell everyone I have to laugh about it because I get that look every time that I am doing a smoky eye on someone. I tell them, don't look until the finished product, but I have to share that with you guys so that way you know what to expect. So I have really big eyelids, so I do go kind of far in, but what I'm doing right now, I'm taking the tip of this and I'm just blending it in to the crease. So I will do the other side for you really quick. Do the same thing. You can brush against the lash line, go up into the crease of that, and just blend, blend, blend. That's the most important thing, is to blend. And like I said, with this black, it is definitely a very pigmented shade, so you do not need a ton of product. All right, the next step, you can see I definitely have the smoke down, the smoky eye down, but you definitely have to have something on the insides of your lids. My favorite is Chopper. That is the fourth one over. It is a gold, but it is not too crazy of a gold product. So you just want to take it from here. You just want to blend right in. Take it, you can go in a circular motion right there. And I'll do the other side for you. You can see it's going on really, really smooth, really easy. And you just want to go up into the crease and just make sure you blend, blend, blend. Then what I do, I'll take the other end again that had the black on it, and I'll just continue to blend up into the crease once I've got the gold on there. So that way you get, like I said, a good seamless finished look with dimension. All right, so that is the first piece of that. Pretty easy, right? Just has the 3 colors as of right now. Now you want to make sure you highlight the brow bone. So my favorite is the Foxy. It is this one right here. You take this, just dab a little bit on there, put it up onto your brow line, and go with the hairline. Don't go against it on this. That way it does blend quite a bit better, especially once we get to the point where we do our brows. Now, you want to make sure to add a little bit of light into your eyes to start right here on the crease, and you brush up. And I'm still using the Foxy shade with that. That way it brightens them up. It makes it not so scary if you're not used to wearing a lot of shadow, but it does. It really makes everything look really nice and fresh. You can just do that for a few. All right, so there you go. There is that part of it. Now the eyeliner that I'm going to use, sometimes I'll use liquid, but I really don't prefer liquid just because it is kind of a one and done thing. You either have to have it or you don't. So I am a pencil and automatic sharpening pencil person. This you can smudge. Liquid liner, it is literally like paint for your eyes, and once it's on, it is so hard to get off. So I prefer, especially for people that are starting out, this is just Ulta brand. It's automatic eyeliner, waterproof. It's not going to come off no matter what until you're ready to take it off. So what I do, I just start at the lash line and I just color in a little bit. You can see there. Easy stuff, nothing crazy. I have, like I said, really big eyes, so I have to get down pretty good in the lashes. Do the same thing over here. And some people, they don't like to line all the way up to the corner of their eye, and that is totally fine. I will do it sometimes, I will not do it, so it really just depends. So you can see that's pretty easy. Bottom, you can just take that, do the same thing. I only go about halfway in, because if I do that, then it's going to make me look kind of like I have raccoon eyes if I go all the way to the corner. So all right, so there's the eyeliner part of that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the shadow again. I'm going to dab just a tiny bit more black out on the corner. And I'm brushing just with the flow of my eyelid, not going really against it. And you're going on top of the liner with this. And this is just for blending purposes. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more underneath your eyes, you can take that Foxy shade that we put right here, and you can put it right up onto your lash line. Okay, so there is your smoky eye. It is not totally finished yet, though, because you cannot forget your brows. Brows are, I mean, I'll do one so you can see the difference between one and the other. My favorite, It Cosmetics, surprise, surprise, their Brow Power. This is the universal shade. You can use it on the fairest of the fair, the darkest of the dark. You just have the choice to apply pressure or not. So it's double-sided. The reason it's double-sided, it's got the little brush on the end of it. This is also smudge-proof, waterproof, just about anything proof. It does not come off, so you know that that's going to stay on all day too. So what you do, the way that this works, you just brush in like it is hair. You're just going in just really, really smooth brush strokes. You can see that it's already transforming. I'm not applying a ton of pressure. I am just kind of outlining and filling in my brow. Just making it look a little seamless. It's not going to be the same as the 3D brows that you see on the Facebook videos that have the totally polished look that it is stuck to your face. This is not that. So you can see there is a little bit of a difference there when I'm coloring that in. If you apply a little bit more pressure in the center, that is going to help. Then you take the little brush. There you go. That is the first piece of that. So I'll do the other one really quick, throw some mascara on, and then that will be the first half of our video. Then I will show you the contouring part. This is going to be a really simple contour that you can do on any work day. I want to make sure that most of the things I'm going to show you